from the Night Shift Crew Studios in the DC metro area. This is The Statement Show. The lights are on.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Kyle Klessinger from 30 West Entertainment, and you're listening to The Statement Show with Zach and some fucking guy named Terry.
Hey, this is Corpsey. I am the publisher, editor-in-chief of Girls and Corpses magazine, and I am on the phone with Terry and Zach from the fucking Statement Show. Fucking A, Corpses, woo!
You know, it's your main man, Dan Drops. I'm here for The Statement Show. The Statement Show's here for me.
Welcome back to another edition of The Statement Show. I'm Terry James.
And I'm Zach Chahy, and we are the podcast that fits in no category.
Zach, happy Friday the 13th, my man. I'm thinking about a little weekend trip to Camp Crystal Lake. What do you think?
No, I'll avoid that.
What? Come on.
I'm not going to get into that.
No sense of adventure. Hey, I bet I know someone, though. On the phone today, we've got none other than Ivonna Cadaver. Hi, Ivonna. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Doing great. You'll take the little trip to Camp Crystal Lake with me, though, right?
Yes, I will.
I knew you would.
You know, I'm up for that.
There's no doubt in my mind.
I'm up. I'm down. I'm you know, whatever. I'll be there. We'll go. We'll have fun.
I'm ready. You know, I feel like I just have like 1,000 questions for you. So I guess you know, before we go too far, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, just in case some of our listeners may not be exactly familiar with you?
Okay, sure. So I am Ivonna Cadaver, and I host the television series called Macabre Theater that features independent feature horror films as well as the classics.
So give us an example. Classics.
Yeah, what is a classic?
So the classics, yeah. So the classics are, for instance, my network, Youtoo America. The show airs every Saturday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We just showed, for Halloween night, we showed Frankenstein, the 1931 classic Frankenstein from Universal Studios. And we just, you know, those were courtesy clips by Universal, and I don't know, I've done so many. I've done Night of the Living Dead, all the way up to Dario Argento's Deep Red and things of that nature. So, you know, like a whole bevy of the classics from the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, some of the 80s, you know. And now we're doing independent horror films.
Okay. Yeah, Night of the Living Dead was my personal favorite, and that was my introduction into the genre of zombies. And,
nice.
It's never been the same since.
Well, I know. You know, it's amazing. You know, you go from Night of the Living Dead to, you know, dominating television, which is, you know, a little old zombie, you know, television show called The Walking Dead. So it's pretty incredible.
Never heard of it. Walking Dead.
Is that a new show?
No, yeah, Invictus? No, never.
No, big fan of The Walking Dead. Never read
Love
the
it.
comics. You know, I've got my brother who's a heavy comic guy, and he gave me some comics for Christmas to get me started into it. I've yet to get into it, but I hear it follows really closely to the comic line. So yeah, I'm really heavy into The Walking Dead, and it got me stuck on Fear of the Walking Dead, and that one got off to a little bit of a slow start, but I like that show too. So.
That's what we all said, but it's caught up, I think. I was just out at Halloween Horror Nights, Universal Studios, and they do it right. You know, they do the mazes, and I don't know, it was like my third year going, and it's pretty fun. They had Invictus, you know, kind of set up, and they scared Ivonna Cadaver, so they do a really good job.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, do you actually enjoy those kind of, I mean, do you like going to the haunted houses and all those crazy things? Do you like that?
I love them because it's just like an adrenaline rush. I love
agree.
it. You know, yeah, why not? You know, why not be scared? You know, I love it. Yeah, it's fun. And especially the way they do it, you know, the team saw it and they have the guys coming after you. And so I particularly like that. I'm into that. I like.
Yeah, being on the East Coast, we have quite a few. We have like Field of Screams, we have Jason's Woods, we have the one up in Philadelphia, things like the Asylum or something like it, which is ranked one of the best in the United States. And I wanted to get up there this year, did not get a chance to make it up this year, but I'm definitely heading up there this year. But I hear it is fantastic. Have you ever made it there?
You know what? I was just in Philadelphia. I hosted the Philadelphia First Glance Film Festival.
Okay.
And a friend of mine who actually his name is Figure. So he's a DJ Figure. He did the music for Halloween Horror Nights.
Oh, wow.
Like 3 years ago. And he was doing a show when I was hosting First Glance Film Festival this year. And he was like, oh, God, I want to go to the asylum so bad. And I'm like, I know, I want to go. But we didn't get to go. You know, he didn't get to go because he was doing his show and I was hosting First Glance. But we had fun doing what we were doing. You know, First Glance was awesome and huge turnout and very successful. But no, I wanted to go. And he loves that stuff too. So I'm with you. And he actually introduced it to me. He said, oh my God, there's this crazy, you know, for real horror, you know, haunted house, but it's for real. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'd love to go. So, but I didn't get to go.
Can you actually go to these places and not be recognized? I mean, is that even possible, or are you just flooded with people when you go to places like this?
First, yeah, I mean, that's my question too. First of all, I'm sure people have compared you to Elvira. Mm-hmm. If you were to see,
yes.
I mean, because right away, that's the first thing. Yeah.
I'll just be honest and say, yes, they have. It's interesting, you know, a lot of, over the years, there's been comparisons, and, you know, I like to say, you know, she's, you know, done amazing. I mean, she's been around for so long, and she's an icon in the genre. But in reality, her and I are much different. You know,
I agree.
Right. I mean, the show's different. You know, I have like 6 to 7 to 8 different wardrobe changes within the show. I don't wear the same thing. My hair is really black, so I didn't do the wig thing. But you know, we're different in so many respects. But you know, I really respect what she's done. It's amazing.
I mean, I think as much as a compliment as it was to say something like, obviously, that you replaced, if you will, Elvira, I think that, you know, you took that Elvira and Morticia Addams, you know, you kind of did that and just went your own direction and kind of let your character evolve through the years. I think I love your character. I truly do. I love it.
Thank you.
I love, you know, we've obviously, we knew we were going to put you on the show. We did our homework. You know, I love that genre that you do. I love the indie films, love everything about it. And I just love the character that you're doing. I'm not saying anything negative against Elvira, but I like the way you kind of took 2 and 3 different characters, rolled them all together and have made your own thing. And you've got a really great thing happening. I do love it.
Thank you so much. You know what I wanted to do is I wanted to give myself like dimension. Mm-hmm. You know, so, you know, get out of get off the set and get out into the location and get onto, you know, real happenings and red carpets and, you know, rock festivals, and primarily that's what I've done this past year. You know, I signed this new deal on Youtoo America October 4th in 2014, and primarily what I did is I, you know, just went to rock festivals like Mayhem and really, you know, because horror and rock cross over so much.
Sure.
Same demographic. So did that, and then, you know, hosted First Glance Film Festival in Chile, and I was at the one in Los Angeles. And then did tons of red carpets. And, you know, that was part of the character of not only, you know, do I have the improv background, comedy background, but also getting out and, you know, interviewing a lot of the celebrities that people love. And then, you know, I performed at Not Scary Farm 2 years in a row, and that was a lot of fun. Did 50 shows. You know, I created 50 shows for Macabre Theater, and then I kind of wanted to take a break and just brand the character. Mm-hmm. So that's what I did, but I appreciate it so much because, yeah, Ivonna, myself, me, it's a multi-dimensional character, you know, that you know, I enjoy the comedy part, and then I enjoy getting out in the field, or the Invictus field, if you were, just having fun with all the zombies and all the you know, all the creeps, all the fun. So it's a lot of fun.
Now, growing up, were you always into, you know, what you do now, or were you, I mean, you know, I hear so many people say, you know, I love scary movies now, but when I was growing up, you know, I hid underneath the covers or, you know, or whatever. Were you always into that, or was that just something that kind of just came later in your life?
I will never hide under the covers for a scary movie. But I will tell you, like, you know, every town had their own kind of host, right? I mean, every town had their own host.
Sure.
And I just remember I was very, very, very young, and there was Dr. Paul Bearer.
The wrestler?
The manager.
No, the horror host. So,
okay.
there was that, and then there was, Goulardi and all these different kinds of hosts all over the country. But growing up, no, I definitely wasn't afraid of scary movies. Ivonna was not afraid. She said, Ivonna more. That's it. Ivonna more scary movies.
So, obviously, I know that when we were playing the drop. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. No, I said that was so funny, wasn't it?
You obviously heard in our drop there with Robert Ryan. You heard old Corpsey there, and we saw that you had worked with him with Girls and Corpses magazine. What was that like?
He's a trip. I love Corpsey, but he's something else. Yes, I was just talking to him on the phone today, and he's got this 19. I hope it's either a 57 or 58 Hearst that he bought, and it's like finally finished, and he was out at Big Boys in Hollywood today with another friend of his who's got a Hearst, and there's like a Hearst club out there, so that's what they were doing, and yeah, he's something else. But I heard that drop, and that is totally Corpsey. That is Robert Ryan at his finest. So there you go.
He's a unique individual. Definitely.
What's that?
I mean, he's a unique individual, and he gives a lot.
He is.
I mean, he actually met Rod Serling.
I know. I mean, and then he did. Then he did. What was Universal Studios? Didn't he play the actor for? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He sure did.
Yeah, we had a long conversation about that on one of the shows that we did, and like I say, he's a unique individual. His magazine is definitely different. So he sent us some copies.
Sure.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's like a take on horror meets Playboy without any real nudity in it, so it's kind of safe for the kids to look at, but it's got a little everything in there. So
yeah, that's a stretch. I'm like, I don't know if it's safe for the kids, but
and the fact that there's no nudity.
There is. I know. It's so funny. You'll see, like, what was her name? Courtney Stockton. She's on the cover, and she looks completely nude. He's like, no nudity. There's no nudity. So it's funny, but there isn't. I mean, they airbrush it all out. So
yeah, he's strong on that with no nudity. But you're like, come on,
he is.
Come on, Corpse.
I know.
Come on.
There truly isn't. They, I guess they wear what they wear, and then he airbrushes and so forth. But
no, we love that guy. He gave us such a terrific interview. He was so inviting. As a matter of fact, we were talking, and we were during the interview, and he was asking us, have you ever seen the magazine? And we told him, well, other than just a quick shot through the internet or whatever, saw some covers, but never actually inside the magazine before. He said, I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to send you a couple copies, and I'm going to send you this magnet, and we'll just leave it at that because he has, but anyway, there's this, you know the magnet I'm talking about.
Oh, I know the magnet. Cause he and I have done a lot of the conventions together. And so, I mean, and it's so funny because it's true. I mean, if some of the stuff that he's got, the magnet, the magnet is a real draw, I would say. So,
it was
you guys
definitely
get
so.
it.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, he did get it.
It's a real draw,
But we have people always tell us, they'll say, well, I'll send you this, or we'll do this, or we'll do that. But he actually, I guess it was probably Zach, 3 days later, we got a pack. 3 or 4 days later, we got a package in the mail, and there it was. He gave us 3 editions of his magazine and the magnet. And
Terry kept the magnet. I don't want to explain to my daughter what that is. So
all the listeners are going to be like, "What is this magnet? What is this magnet?" They're going to have to go to his website.
Yeah, go to girlsandcorpse.com. You'll definitely see the magnet there. I think it's on the front page, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's something else. But when we were flipping through the magazine, again, it was different, but yet it in its own weird way, it's done tasteful, and like he said, there really is no nudity. I mean, they stretch it to a very close, but there really is no nudity. And if you break it down, his magazine's actually very it's very artfully done. I like it. I really like it.
It's premium too because the
really
pages
is.
and everything. It's definitely not a cheap magazine.
No, it's a very, it's the paper stock is amazing, and the photography is all original. He doesn't take any photography that's not, his own, and like many magazines do, which is nothing wrong with that. But the covers, he does all of his own covers, and the, it's really comedy horror. It's just a plethora of, but also like the death in there, the stories on death and I don't know, it's like a history. There's a lot of history in it as well. I mean, did you guys read the one with like they were talking about Kennedy and Monroe?
Oh, we talked about it.
Yeah, we talked about
Oh, you guys did,
yeah, that one. And he blew our minds. When we were growing up, Faces of Death was the greatest thing ever. It was so real. It was so, wow. He blew our mind on the show when he told us a lot of it really wasn't real. And we're sitting there like, whoa,
yeah,
whoa,
shed a tear
hell?
knowing that the movie that really creeped me out, thinking, how the hell would somebody just stand by and videotape this stuff? Or,
yeah.
And he's like, it's all fake.
It speaks to me because my favorite movie is The Last House on the Left. And the reason I liked it, I mean, and there's, some people, they don't like they don't like that kind. I mean, it's interesting because that's one of my favorite movies, The Last House on the Left. But it's because it's got that, it's so organic and so kind of raw. And like, did this really happen? It looks like it happened, But on the other side of it, my comedy side, I like This Is the End, James Franco,
right,
and all those guys. You know what I mean? So it's
I have yet to see that movie. It looks funny, but
it's hilarious.
It's so freaking funny. It's still funny. I love it, but it's completely bizarre. And I'm bizarre. There you go.
Pineapple Express is one of my favorite movies that he's done, and
okay,
he's just hilarious.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah,
but
So, like, outside of the independent films, you say, besides Last House on the Left, I mean, were you really ever into the Nightmares or Halloweens or Friday the 13th, or is that just way too cliche for you? I mean, you know what I mean? You deal with so many different types of movies that somebody comes along with some slasher film. Is that just so to you, or I mean, do you really like those? Do you see any substance in those movies at all?
I do, because I've had the privilege and honor of interviewing a lot of the guys that have played these characters, like, Robert Englund, and, speaking of which, Friday the 13th. So, the Jason that I interviewed, we had a great time. We were at the Wax Museum in Hollywood, and I covered and was part of the unveiling of Freddy versus Jason. I actually think I said Jason versus Freddy on it. I swear to God. It was like, and that's something I would do, they was on it was on TV, and I was like, we're Jason versus Freddy. I'm like, no, that's not it. That's all good, But it was Freddy versus Jason with Robert Englund and Ken Kurziner. This was a few years ago. And that was crazy because it was one of the, everybody came out for that. It was pretty cool. So I like the franchise movies. I like Halloween. And I like, John Carpenter's version and Rob Zombie's version. There's definitely there's major differences. So, they're working on a new Halloween, but no, to answer your question, I like the franchise characters and the franchises, probably because I've interviewed so many of the creators and they're brilliant, like, Don Mancini from the Seed of Chucky, the Chucky franchise. I interviewed him and Jennifer Tilly, and Don Mancini's like, when I was young and he looked like he was like 25 at the time. I'm like, dude, when did you create this? Were you like 10? I don't know. So anyway, to answer your question, no, I the scare stuff, I love that. I like, I'm a big Argento fan, which is Italian horror. I love Argento. He's
sure
badass. I love him. So yeah, there's definitely some variations in what I like.
Would you have a favorite movie then? Can you pinpoint like a turning point or a favorite movie that's horror for you?
I guess just as I said, like the one side of me is like the last house on the left, because it's kind of like it just seems so real. But then all the way on the other side, I can't really pinpoint one. I guess all the way on the other side is like This Is the End, and then I'm a huge fan, like I said, of Argento, the horror Italian director. And then I would say my favorite all-time movie is City of Women by Fellini.
Never heard of it.
No, me neither.
Yeah, City of Women, I think.
Now, is this one of those where like you're going to curl up on your couch and pop it in the DVD and cry all night type movies, or
no,
like The Notebook or something?
No, oh no. This is very.
Come on, you like The Notebook? Come on.
Yeah, you do.
Does everybody like The Notebook? Not Ivonna Cadaver.
No.
No,
actually, I can't watch it because every time I walk in and my wife's watching that movie, I always catch it like the last 10 minutes when they both die together in bed, and I end up, hitting a tear jerk, and yeah, no way.
They die? They die in the movie?
Yeah, they die.
Oh, well, you ruined it. I'm never going to watch it now. What?
Oh no! Yeah, City of Women, you guys. It's like it's a great movie, but it's wild. I don't think it's what you would think it would be. It's really at a time when women's liberation was coming in, and Fellini didn't necessarily like that. So it's kind of his take on what he feels and going through the whole women's lib, and because he was kind of a womanizer in a way, not in a bad way, but it's just very surreal, and it's just bizarre and wild and fun, And then Clockwork Orange, love that, a big Kubrick fan, Stanley.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Well, all the interviews that you've done, and all these celebrities in the horror genre, do you have one that you really enjoy doing the most, or you're not gonna? That's a
toughie. I mean, here's the thing. I think each one of them brings so much to the table, or things that are different to the table. I interviewed John Landis, and I loved him. He's just so gregarious. Yeah, he's so gregarious, and he's just full of energy, and then I interviewed just a few months ago Lance Henriksen, who is like the people's actor. Like, everybody loves Lance,
Mm-hmm.
And then Jennifer Tilly, very intelligent, super intelligent.
I don't know. You say Jennifer Tilly, and the first thing in my mind that pops in there is not intelligent.
Stop.
But no, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying she's unintelligent, but I'm sorry, but she's smoking hot.
So, she is smoking hot.
You're not looking at her face.
But,
stop it.
Oh, come on now. I hope my wife never hears this.
She will.
Yeah, probably. But then again, I am talking to a hot lady now, so.
Right, of course. Exactly.
Oh, don't tell me you don't get that either. Come on now.
Oh, yeah, I know, right? Come on. You know,
all the time. I don't get that? Hey,
everywhere
you know what?
Go.
I like to, every time I hear it, it's like hearing it for the first time. So I like it.
Hey, whatever you're doing, keep doing it, because it's nice. You got a good thing going there. There's no doubt about it. So now, let me ask you this. When the lights go off, you're no longer Ivonna. The cameras stop rolling. You're just Natalie. You're just doing your thing. What do you enjoy in your spare time? What do you like doing? Like bowling, baseball, basketball, soccer? What you got going on?
Moonlight walks in the sand.
I'm like this. Yeah. I'm like, no.
Do you like long walks on the beach?
I'm like, no. And no. This year I've been so busy. It's been a really busy year, and coming, just, whether it's the First Bench Film Festival or, the red carpets, for the big indie movies like Harbinger Down and some of these bigger indie films with Lance Henriksen, I was saying. I mean, I've been working so much. The thing I enjoy the most when I go to sleep at night is I just get to chill, like literally. You know?
Yeah,
like,
it almost sounds like every second of your life is Ivonna. It's very rarely Natalie, and when it's Natalie, it's when your head hits the pillow.
Yeah. So
yeah. Well, here's the thing too, is that there's a lot of similarities in the character and me. Like I made Ivonna pretty close to me and pretty real. You know,
Really?
I mean, because it's just like Ivonna Cadaver is just like Natalie on steroids. You know, really. Once I get into my garb, and if I'm feeling extra good, and let the low cut dress go down or what have you, it's just it's just Natalie on steroids.
And the fishnets, of course.
And the fishnets, of course.
Gotta have.
Yeah, I hadn't noticed. Not that I never looked online, but I may have seen a picture or two with you in fishnets. So.
Those are very fun, and I don't like to go anywhere without them. It was funny, Halloween night, I was at the Rip Horror Film Fest and was, so honored to be there, and a friend of mine, Michael G. Kehoe, who's done a short film, Hush, that's gotten like 32 awards on the film festival circuit, who, by the way, had just signed with a major franchise. That's why, I'm a big believer in the franchises. I like them. I think they're fantastic. But he's just signed with a major franchise. And, but it was funny. I mean, we were out late, and I was honored with the Legend of Horror Award for doing 50 episodes in the Macabre Theater at Rip Horror Film Fest. After that, it was funny. I got home, and I stripped down out of my stuff, and then I put on my body stocking and put on a t-shirt and a hat for a filmmaker, the Rectory. It's called the Rectory Film. So literally on Halloween night till about 4 o'clock in the morning, I was in my fishnets. So there you go.
Oh boy, I'm going to need a moment alone here.
It's so funny.
So oh man, Zach, you are definitely in trouble tonight. So,
you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to top the corpse you sent you. I'm going to send you. I'll send you a T-shirt. I'll send you some episodes, and I'll send you my fishnets. How's that sound?
Oh, are you kidding me? Of course.
Oh, see, we know we got to put your picture in the fishnets on the website now. So
no doubt about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We don't want anybody to miss that.
I would like that.
That would be awesome. Are you kidding me? That sounds so great.
I imagine you get the whole sex symbol thing in the horror genre as well.
Yeah.
Obviously.
And it's really, it's interesting. Butch Patrick, Eddie Munster, we started the show together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we started the show together. And I created Ivonna. Butch has got the Munsters fans, and I mean, Eddie Munster, one of the most beloved characters out there.
Sure.
And so he's got the Munsters fans, and but it's amazing. I think they did 51 or 52 episodes. I could be wrong. It could be like 53 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's on TV today. So some of the really younger, like 14, 15-year-olds, they know about it. But I created Ivonna to speak to the 18 to 34 and 25 to 49 demos. So I never expected that the audience could take to Ivonna like they did. I just kind of wanted to have a sidekick for Butch,
Well, I'm sure you're speaking to the 14 and to 18 range as well.
I don't know.
I mean, that is very interesting, though, if you think about that, though, because obviously, Butch was the draw at first, I'm sure, because he was the name brand. And,
he was.
And then here you come along and they're like, wait a minute. Butch is cool and all, but Butch don't look like that. So,
I'm like, thank you.
Hey, Ivonna.
Well, I do want to give Butch's due. I want to give Butch's. My daughter's 13 years old, and she went on Netflix and found the Munsters, and she watched every episode. She loves that show.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And Butch is Butch just left for Australia today. Mm-hmm. He's been all over the country. He bought the Munster codes. So, so he's got the Munster codes, the Dragula, which George Barris, God rest his soul, he just passed. And, it's hard because, George was basically down the street from me, and it's amazing because you always thought George would be around, and so, Butch was out of town when George passed, and immediately when I heard, I called him, and he knew I was calling. But, I don't know why I got off on that tangent, probably because I was just thinking about George and the passing, but I was just saying that, Butch has been around the country with the Monster Coach, the Dragula, which George created, and one other vehicle. And he's just been doing this for like months and months and months.
Yeah, he did the Green Hornets vehicle as well, didn't he?
I think so, yeah.
Right.
George Barris?
Yeah.
Okay, George did everything. He did the Green Hornet, the Batmobile, he did the Monster Coach, he did even the Van Diesel cars.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was just, and George is legendary. He was legendary. But it's funny with George. You just always thought he was going to be there. He was just kind of like timeless and amazing.
Yeah, it's hard to come. It seems surreal when you think about it. And who is the director that just passed away as well? The famous horror director.
Wes Craven.
Wes Craven. So, I mean,
yeah, it was
genius.
Yeah,
genius. Oh yeah, Wes Craven. It's interesting. Yeah, I know. I was at the Catalina Film Fest, representing the short film Hutch from Michael G. Kehoe, and before Wes passed, he was the one that chose the movies, the horror movies for the horror block. He chose these movies right before he passed that were featured at Catalina Film Fest. So that was a true honor for Michael Kehoe. And I told him because I spoke to one of the directors, and they said, Wes chose these shorts and these movies right before he passed. And I thought, well, that's pretty incredible. That's incredible. So, there's the masters. He was definitely, Wes Craven was a master. We've got the new show, my friend Jen Kelly with the Nightmare Show with Clive Barker. He's another master.
That's actually funny that you're bringing that up because that was the next question I had for you as far as your projects coming up. But hey, now that we're talking about it, let's definitely. You're going to be okay. I'm trying to think of all this because I just saw it the other day. There is a ton of people that are part of this project, correct?
There's a ton, and I'm so proud of Jen. There's a ton of people involved. You've got, Doug Jones from Hellboy. He's been in so many movies. You've got Lance Henriksen, who I just love Lance. He's a great host. You've got Kevin, who was the creator of the Underworld franchise. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. And then and then Kane Hodder, it's amazing, right? Kane's amazing.
Kane is the man. Oh.
That name alone creeps me the fuck out.
I know, right? You look at this guy, he's got the perfect name, he's got the perfect build. Who else could he have ever played in his life?
He's probably like the nicest guy too. So
to me, he was my favorite Jason. Now I'm sure that you've interviewed other people, and maybe you actually are friends with other people that played Jason, but to me, he was Jason. I loved Kane Hodder. I loved the way he played Jason.
How many movies did he play Jason in? What was
Oh, wow. What was...
Because I'm going to tell you, well, it had to be because the first movie, let's face it, there were plenty of Jason movies out before I ever seen the first one when I was a kid. Right. And when I finally got the nerve to watch the first one, it was like a major letdown. I'm like, where the fuck is Jason at? His fucking mom's going around doing all this shit. So
the thing was, though, Kane played Jason in Jason X, which obviously we know Jason X is just okay, whatever. But I just thought that the way that I wanted Jason to look, the build of Jason and the way Jason just did things, I thought Kane did it perfect. Now other people will say Derek Mears, I think, who played him as well. A lot of people argue that he was the best, and I could see that too because I thought that he did a great job as well. But
he did a great job. I'm with you though. I believe Kane, for me, did it was just amazing.
I love it.
I'm with you on that. And then even out of character, he's a stud. He owns it. It's like I am Kane Hodder, and that is my name.
Is he as intense in real person as he? He just looks like on his show. What is the ghost hunting show there? He just is so intense on everything.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Like when the cameras stop, is he still intense or does he finally calm himself down a little bit?
Well, Kane and we've not met in person yet. We haven't met yet. So I can't say that, but I just mean, the things that I've seen in and out of character. And then of course with the ghost hunting, I mean, he's the man.
Have you done any ghost hunting?
We've done it on Macabre Theater on my show. There's many. We've covered a lot of. We went to the Queen Mary. Like I said, I've done 50 episodes for Macabre Theater, and in most of them, in a lot of them, not most, but in a lot of them, there's places in Hollywood, and whether it was the Roosevelt, whether it was a little restaurant up in the hills called the Four Seasons, of course, it was the Four Seasons. Anyway, I can't remember, but we've been to the Georgian Hotel in Santa Monica, which is very haunted, and just the Queen Mary, which Butch had I wasn't there for that at the Queen Mary. So, but Butch said that he definitely had an experience, and it's on camera, so it's kind of funny. It's funny to watch Butch get scared. For me, it is.
How about you? Have you had any of the experiences?
Exactly, yeah.
Have I had any experience? No, I think when I walk in, it's kind of like I'm Ivonna Cadaver. So I don't really if I have had those experiences, I mean, have I had experiences? Yeah, I've had experiences. But I mean, when we've gone to do these things, I think it's just kind of like I'm there and I'm open, and I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. So, but Butch, it was funny at the Queen Mary. He definitely, his eyeballs looked like they were going to jump right out of his face. So I thought that was pretty funny.
I've went to a couple different places that were supposedly haunted. We went up to the Gettysburg.
Oh, I've been there several times
and done it, but I've never seen anything. Not one time have I ever seen anything.
Oh yeah.
Have you? Yeah. Have you seen anything?
Have I seen anything?
How about you, Zach? Have you seen anything?
I've never seen anything, but I've been to Gettysburg several times. Actually, very, very historical place. But the ghost tour thing out there is taken off. It's definitely by far owns the place. And the guys from Ghost Adventures have been out there numerous times as well.
A couple times, yeah.
And I've always wanted to see the Queen Mary, and I've always wanted to see the Winchester House. So
there's so many different places that we've been to, and we were in San Diego, just so many different places. And a lot of the crew, our equipment would go off, and a lot of the crew would have the experiences. I myself have truly, I've had those experiences my whole life. So there you go.
That is great. Yeah. So now we did your favorite movies. What about your TV shows?
Name three things on your DVR right now.
Am I crazy to think that Walking Dead's not up there?
Are you crazy to think Walking Dead's not up there? You know what is my favorite? My favorite. I don't know how you guys feel about this.
All right, hold on. Let me try to guess.
Okay, go ahead.
This total guess for you. I'm trying to think here.
Yeah, you get a guess. I'll tell you one. I'll give you a guess.
Humor, a little bit of this. I'm gonna go with The Strain.
Brilliant. It's brilliant, but it's not my favorite.
Hold on. So I've got another one for you. How about Z Nation?
It's very good. Not my favorite.
American Horror Story.
You got it.
Yeah.
I have never watched an episode of that. I don't know why. I've never gotten around to it.
I've watched 3 episodes of it, and it's not that I don't like it. It's just that I've got so much other stuff that's happening right now that I've got on my DVR. That I'm going all over the place, but I definitely want to watch it because every episode that I've watched has been fantastic.
Yeah, I think that Time Magazine called it, Lady Gaga's probably. She's the best reinvention, and there's slants on things, but, it's the best reinvention of, in years and years and years and years of any performer, and what they can do. But here's the thing. What's amazing to me is, like I said earlier, did we ever think that there would be a time where horror and the genre would dominate television with The Walking Dead, The Fear of the Walking Dead, American Horror Story, The Strain, Z Nation.
Oh my, yeah, exactly.
Scream Queens, everything. And another thing is all the lead roles being played by a lot of women. That's pretty cool.
Yes.
But yet shunned when it comes to awards, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, the lady from Bates Motel, she's winning.
Oh, Kathy.
And she is, oh God, I love her. Oh my God.
She rocks.
Bates Motel, I love that show. And she is so
Bates
wonderful.
Motel. I thought you were talking about Kathy Bates.
I'm sorry. Every time
Bates Motel.
Are we talking Kathy Bates, the one with the sledgehammer?
Oh, that broke
his ankles.
Oh, come on.
In Stephen King's.
You mean Dirty Birdie? No, Bates Motel. She's fantastic. She's amazing.
Her? Farrago, or whatever her name is. I can't remember her name, but I love her. I love her, and the guy that plays Norman Bates. He's so creepy, and that show. Everybody in that show is so weird and strange, and it's always raining there, and just it's so creepy, and listen, everybody there, even the sheriff, he's strange as hell. So. You're just sitting around like this show is so weird, but yet I can't wait to watch it every single week. I love that show. It's so well written. Just like The Walking Dead to me.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it's just dominating. Like I said, it's they're, Penny Dreadful, which is, like American Horror Story this season is pretty gruesome, it's pretty, but it's visually just aesthetically, it's beautiful to me. So yeah, but I mean, there's so many of them. And The Strain, and Guillermo del Toro's new feature film, Crimson Peak. That just came out. And then, I work with a PR company out of New Jersey called Adrenaline PR, and they handle a lot of the festivals like Mayhem Fest, which Slayer played there, and they did the 5th year remembrance for Ronnie James Dio. Okay. And it was a who's who of rock and roll that came out, and so Jack Black was there, and it's before Goosebumps. Obviously Goosebumps is out now, but Jack was there, and he was there with Tenacious D. So that was a fun interview. It was fun to get with those guys. But
I'm hearing Goosebumps movie is doing amazing. Like the kids are saying how great that movie really is.
My daughter's 13. She's telling me she's not sure she wants to see it because it looks too scary.
She's saying that.
Oh, yeah. Goodness, the movie. I mean, the Goosebumps series. R.L. Stine himself was just weird as hell anyway. But then, they're coming out with all the other ones, and now the movie. I was jacked to see it. I do kind of want to see it. And I'm okay. I'm getting way too old.
I got a question for you. So, I'm a huge Metallica fan. Been listening to Metallica all my life, and Kirk is a major horror film fan, and he just did his own convention, I think. And I think his name that he went by there was Kirk Von Hammett, or I think that was out in your area. I don't suppose you've heard anything about that.
I didn't. I heard nothing about it. That's because I don't get out much except when I'm working. But no. But I've heard what about the Hollywood Vampires? Which is, have you guys heard about those?
No.
Do
tell.
Okay, so the Hollywood Vampires is the actor Johnny Depp, and then you've got Alice Cooper, and then you've got, it's like a who's who. They all fill in for each other, but I'm trying to think of, the Hollywood Vampires, and they're selling out all over the world. Mm-hmm. So Johnny Depp is, playing with them, and then it's Alice Cooper as the lead, but it's,
but Johnny Depp started out doing music, didn't he? He just kind of fell into acting. But this one, he fell into the right hands. He did a good job. Oh
yeah, sort of.
Yeah, right. So that's what I'm saying is that crossover with horror and rock, and I wanted to get those audiences together because there is such a similar kind of demo in that.
Well, how about you? Were we ever going to see you with a mic in your hand? You going to do anything?
I've done it.
You said you freestyled, so come on, let's hear some freestyle.
What is freestyle? I wouldn't say that. I would just say, my improv comedy background helps. I wouldn't say I freestyle.
No?
But no, well, I don't know. I could give a shot at it, but I'm sure not going to do it here, you guys. I won't make my debut on your show. Go home.
I'm positive your fans want to hear you right now do a little freestyle.
I'm sure they do not. I'm sure they do not. But I actually performed. I performed parodies of songs. And so, at Not Scary Farm, I did I had 4 dancers that came in from Vegas, so we didn't see each other, so we actually hit the ground running. And I did Katy Perry's song, I Kissed a Girl. I did I Kissed a Ghoul. So that was kind of fun. Yeah, it was fun. It was catchy and cool and fun. But you know, you never know. You never know what I'm going to be up to. Nightmares is a project that I'm really, really excited about. Macabre Theater on Youtoo America. Youtoo America has just been fantastic. They did like a whole Halloween block. They started the weekend before Halloween, and we ran Night of Living Dead the weekend before, and then the next weekend we did, we featured the Universal's Frankenstein, and then we did Goat Sucker, which is an indie film. Choose your imagination with Goat Sucker, I don't know what to say.
Have you done Evil Dead movies?
We have not done Evil Dead. Those are ones. Those would be very expensive to acquire. I'll put it that way.
I'm a big fan of Bruce Campbell. The very first one, I remember getting that DVD, and the commentary with him is actually pretty funny.
I'm sure. Yeah, I've not seen the commentary with him, but I'm sure. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. So.
So now finally here we've got your movies, we've got the TV now. On your iPod or in your car right now, the CD player, whatever, record player, whatever it is, what is Natalie listening to right now? Because I'm sure Ivonna's probably got something crazy happening. So what is Natalie listening to on her iPod right now?
What am I listening to on my iPod right now? I'm a fan of.
She better not say country music. Bluegrass.
No.
It's bluegrass. Come on.
No disrespect to who loves country music. It's just not.
She's got all this Italian stuff happening. Am I sensing some sort of opera thing that you like here?
Techno.
No, I mean I like rock. And I like hip hop. I mean, I'll be straight. I like hip hop. I like rock.
You like hip hop, but you're not going to freestyle on our show right now.
I'm like, I don't think I can. I'm like,
it's an insult.
It would be very embarrassing if it just didn't go down the way I wanted.
What's your go-to song when you put something on and you just want to rock out? Who's your go-to?
Okay. Let's start it like this. How about this? When you're completely pissed off, what song? What band or song do you go to? You're mad. You're raging. Bad day.
I like Eminem stuff.
Eminem.
Okay. Yeah. No, I get it. Especially the I Am, whatever you say I am. Yeah, that jam right there. Like whenever I'm irritated, like he's just pissy in that song, and I kind of like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys. I don't know. I mean, like I just there's a plethora of music that I like, but Pissed Off and Eminem's good. He's had a super long career. He's doing, he's still doing phenomenal. I saw him and Rihanna in concert, and I think he's just gotten better, honestly.
You saw them in concert, did you?
Yeah, I did.
I know they were here in D.C. They were in D.C. for their little, they had a big concert there. I don't remember when that was.
What I like is he's selective, so you don't hear, it's not like you don't hear him all the time, but when he comes out with something, it's just, it rocks, you really, it's catchy and it picks up. So he's very selective and he picks his points. Yeah. So.
And he's been up and down, I mean, he's had the highs. He's gone through some personal issues. He's fought back, obviously he, in his own interviews, he's had demons. He's had all these little things that he's trying to fight through. It's obviously working for him. He's doing a great job. Like you said, I personally too, myself, like to listen to him. But when I'm mad, I don't know, man. I think I'm with Zach on this. It's going to have to be a little bit more like, Metallica or something strong, something heavy,
Yeah, Slayer, Metallica, Slayer's good. I mean, there's a lot of new guys coming out too. There's these guys, Exile, and there was a movie that I covered called Deathgasm, and they had tons of artists that they featured in their movie. And Deathgasm was, that was one from Adrenaline PR. So, Slayer.
You like AC/DC?
love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
And who else? Who was it? Oh, I just just came back from Philly and was going to Exodus was in town.
Oh yeah.
So but they're going to loop back around. So when they get back here, I will interview them. So that they've been around for a while. And King Diamond, I interviewed King Diamond when they were at Mayhem. Great guys, awesome.
King Diamond. I haven't listened to a lot of his stuff.
Group.
Is he the one that wears the top hat and does the makeup on the face?
From King Diamond,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, they were out of makeup. Yeah, I don't know. They were out of makeup. They're a super group. It's Vinny. They're a super group, but I can't remember.
When I was younger, I listened to nothing but heavy metal, and now I've kind of toned down to like just Metallica, which was always my favorite, and Megadeth.
Oh yeah,
and a little bit of Slayer.
Right, Pantera was Vinny Vinny is the drummer and was in Pantera.
Walk might be one of the best songs because that is a fantastic song. Walk is wow. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So okay, so we've got the pissed off. Now you got to give me the most embarrassing song on your iPod. Right? Everybody has that song where you got to wind the windows up because you don't want anybody else to hear you.
You turn it down if somebody walks by.
Yeah, if somebody's coming by, you're like, I can't let them hear me actually know that I'm listening to this song. I'm gonna just say outright that mine's probably Dancing Queen by ABBA. I cranked that song.
Oh wow, because I was gonna.
You better put those windows up, and you better just go do your walk of shame, honey.
You know what I'm saying?
I was going with the Bee Gees.
Oh,
that's.
I'm putting my windows down to staying alive. I don't care. No way.
That is funny.
Staying alive. I'm cranking going down the street.
My wife's ready to jump out the car, but
Dancing Queen. I kind of have to put them up and at least lower the volume a little bit, but I don't care.
Oh man.
But you just don't care. You just own it.
Yeah, I do. No, now we said ours. Come on, go ahead, Ivonna. What's yours?
I don't know. I'm thinking. Okay, so song.
I got it. I know what it is. Come on.
No, you can.
Here it is.
Choose one for me, but I don't really.
Oh,
here it is.
Is that what it is, Ivonna?
What is that?
There's no need to feel down. I said, young man.
Go ahead, sing it, Ivonna. Come on, you know you want to.
So.
Oh, God. Come, man. Oh, what? Young man. Okay, sorry. No.
Oh, my goodness.
So
you are something. Look, I know we've obviously got to be letting you go here before long, wrapping this show up. But look, I just wanted to say this to you just real quick. And it's obvious by your Twitter page how important your fans are to you. And just by spending the past hour with you, it's truly easy to see just exactly how people fall in love with you. I know from myself, and I'm sure Zach feels the same way, that we absolutely wish you nothing but the best.
Oh yeah.
You are so fantastic. You're so easy to talk to, and I feel like I could talk to you for another 2 more hours, but.
Well, I'm like, I'm going to just wrap my arms around you and give you a big smooch. It's so nice. Thank you so much. No, really, I'm honored by that. Thank you so much.
However,
I'm very grateful.
Don't you forget those T-shirts and fishnets, though. You know that, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow, no. I will follow through and magnets. What magnets? You'll be like, whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
How can people find you,
No.
Ivonna? How can people find you? Do you have a website?
Of course. So here's where people can find me. You can go to macabretheater.com, and actually that's where you can go to find out all the listings where the TV show airs. So it's MacabreTheatre.com, macabretheater.com. You can also go to Facebook, the Ivonna Cadaver, THE, Ivonna Cadaver, and Ivonna is spelled with an O, so it's IVONNA.
Trust me, it's easier if you Google it. You'll get it.
Right, it's so true, right? But everybody's like Ivonna, Ivonia. George Barris used to say, I'm on Macabre Theater with Ivonna Cadaver. I was like, no, George, but you could say anything you want. You're fine. Also, I'm on Twitter at Ivonna Cadaver, and I'm on Instagram at Ivonna Cadaver. And also, I wanted to let you guys know that the Kickstarter for Nightmares
Yes.
was canceled for the best possible reason. They got picked up by a major agency.
Oh,
yeah, so they got picked up. Yeah, they got picked up by a major agency. But the best thing to do is go to Nightmares Productions, which is on Facebook, and then you can get more information. Because I'll be hosting, one of the various episodes that they're doing, and also one of the monster builds. I'm going to be hosting, and then I'll be doing live events, and I'll be hosting. Definitely online content, so that'll be fun. And
I am so looking forward to it.
Yeah, and Youtoo America. I wanted to tell you guys this too, that Youtoo America has an app that if you download it on your phone, you can do your 15 seconds of fame. So it's red, white instead of blue. It's red, white, and you. You can just tell me your favorite monster movie. Tell me your favorite franchise character. So that's kind of fun. So that's at youtooamerica.com. YOUTOO America.com.
Fantastic.
Well, that is great. Yeah. No, again, though, I am looking so forward to this nightmare thing, and obviously looking forward to your episode. Again, I just want to stress it. Thank you so much for joining us today. You have been fantastic. We look forward to hopefully speaking to you again in the future. And I definitely can't wait to see you on the Nightmares project. Definitely. So Ivonna Cadaver, even though you didn't freestyle on our show and begin your record career, we graciously appreciate you joining us today.
Thank you so much. I love you guys, and I am going to practice. And then when I come back to the show,
you have your American Idol debut.
Here's what we're going.
It'll be better than that.
I tell you what.
Only because that's a pretty heavy duty franchise. The rockers that I've interviewed, they wouldn't probably appreciate that.
I will beatbox if you freestyle. How about that?
You will what?
I will beatbox if you freestyle. There we go.
I'm down. Let's do
next
it.
show. Next show.
Okay.
Let me practice my muting.
Show.
Let me press my muting finger.
I think everybody's just going to fast forward right through that one.
You guys.
Real quick, 3 seconds. Is Glenn on The Walking Dead dead? Yes or no?
No.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, they left that hanging. All right, Ivonna,
Yep.
Jason or Freddy?
Ooh.
What's that?
Which one's
Jason or Freddy?
Jason or Freddy? Which one?
Oh,
Who's your favorite?
Which one? There's no favorite.
Ivonna, it's Friday the 13th. Come on now.
It's got to be Jason.
It's got to be
Kane.
Jason.
I love you, Kane.
Yeah. I've never met you, Kane, but I love you too, man. Ivonna, thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, my pleasure. Not a better time to join you. Friday the 13th. So
Perfect day.
I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Okay.
Thank you, and you take care.
You
All
too.
All right.
Bye.
That was Ivonna Cadaver.
Ivonna Cadaver. Now, you have to admit, I have this feeling that you're going to want the fishnets, and I'm taking the T-shirt, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
How are you going to hide them in your house?
So we'll see if we can get the picture from put up on the website. You guys can go to www.thestatementshow.com. And you can get a hold of us at thestatementshow@gmail.com. Not that I just want to pimp our stuff out, but you can also find Ivonna Cadaver at macabretheater.com. And if you can't spell it like I couldn't because I can't spell worth a shit, you can Google it and just do Ivonna Cadaver any which way you can figure out how to spell it, and you'll get it. You can
if anyone's interested, I will send you my fishnets. So, I mean...
I'll send you my panties too. Brown squirrels and all. And you can follow her on Twitter at Ivonna Cadaver. And you can also find her on Facebook. No singing debut, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm disappointed. I'm going to brush up on my beatboxing skills. I really am. Yeah, there's no doubt. I don't think
we want ratings to go up, not down.
Maybe I could beatbox us out of for the outro. Huh? What do you think? We can start it right now, right?
Yeah, maybe.
All right, here we go.
Oh, Jesus.
No? All right, I'll work on it.
You better work hard. All right. You were listening to Ivonna Cadaver again at Ivonna Cadaver for Twitter, macabretheater.com, and you can find her on Facebook and check out all of her new projects on macabretheater.com. Again, Ivonna Cadaver, we appreciate you coming on the Statement Show. That's it, James. You got nothing?
Nope.
All right. You've been listening to the Statement Show, and the lights are out.
See ya.
Sorry, James. Thanks, you guys.
That's all right. I'm used to it. Yeah, just make sure you say Zach first, you know.
Oh, no, Terry first.
What do you guys want? You want Terry or Zach first? What do you want? You guys are so bad. So literally on Halloween night, so about 4 o'clock in the morning, I was in the business. So there you go.
Oh, boy. I'm going to need a moment alone here.
I think that's funny.
So oh, man, Zach.